Hello. Less than 2 weeks to go here in England before lockdowns are lifted and we're allowed back out on the golf course. Everybody's getting pretty excited and I'm starting to think which clubs I'm going to play for that first couple of rounds back. I've given this a little bit of thought and I've decided to play the first set of irons, vintage irons that I bought about 5 years ago. And they were a set of Harold Burdenson Max Faulkner Avenger irons. I'll be playing some Dunlop woods, so let's go and have a look in a bit more detail at these clubs. Let's look at the woods first then. These are Dunlop Max Flight woods. You can see we've got a 1 and a 3 there. If we look on the bottom, we can see the Dunlop name, and also just stamped here, unusual place for it, we can make out an R, which signifies a regular flex shaft. Laminated faces, you can see the plywood-like effect there. Dunlop Max Flight, which is one of their sort of middle of the road brands, not really a top line, but not the cheapest. And the shaft, you can see on this one, is a Dunlop Power Flow shaft made in England, and the grips are still in pretty good condition. Right, moving on to the irons. I've just brought one here, which is the 6 iron. We can see that these are Max Faulkner Avenger model. HBS stands for Harold Burdenson, and on the bottom we've just got the number and stainless steel. These are a cast head, which is quite easy to tell on these, which it isn't always, but we can see there the sort of it's not been finished very well, and we can see the casting effect there. Still perfectly playable. We've got nice deep grooves on them. Simple ferrule with a red band at the top, and the shaft's in very good condition. See Harold Burdenson name on the shaft as well. There is a mix of grips on these. We've got Avon grips here, good condition still, certainly don't need replacing. And on some of the others, we've got a slightly different grip with the Harold Burdenson logo again, and on the bottom HB&S Harold Burdenson, again still in perfectly good condition. So a nice set of irons there. They go from 3 to pitching wedge. I've also got from that very first game the sand wedge that I used. This was from a charity shop in the £1 bin. You can sometimes pick up decent clubs there. This one, again, it's a budget line. Peter Thompson, when he first signed with Dunlop, the clubs were the top of the range, but by the time we got to the 1970s, Peter Thompson wasn't as great a golfer as he once was, and his club, well, his name was used more on the sort of the middle to budget line clubs. So there we can see SW sand wedge, Dunlop, nice ferrule again, and again we've got the Dunlop shaft there. Okay, that's the woods and the irons covered, and you might have noticed that I've not spoken about putters yet, and that's because I'm still not sure which one to use. I've got 2 putters that I received recently from eBay purchases, and I'll just put them up. And I think it'd be a good idea if anybody can be bothered to make a vote on it, if people say which one they prefer me to use on the day, and I'll take that one out with me. So if I start with the more standard looking club first of all, this is a very well known club, John Letter's Golden Goose. Nice shaped head on this one, a few stains on it, but they're not going to affect play at all. And we can see on the bottom Golden Goose by John Letters of Scotland. And looking at option 2, this one, unusual looking putter to say the least. It looks like it'd be more at home on a medieval battlefield. It's a very small head compared to the Golden Goose, but it's still got quite a bit of weight in there. As you can see, it's quite deep, quite thick, and this is a Slazenger Lucky 13 model. You don't see many of these around, can't imagine why. Nice fluted shaft, which was popular around about this time. Power flex shaft, all in all, a nice putter. I have tried putting them both on the carpet, just having a little practice with each one, and the easier to use is certainly the Golden Goose. But if we get any votes for either of them, then I'll, on the 29th or on the first day back when I get a chance to take some videos of the clubs on the course, I'll use the one that received the most votes. Right, that's covered the clubs of choice for my first video once play resumes. So fingers crossed the weather's nice. And to end, I've added a table showing the lofts for the irons, which I measured using a basic digital level.